thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And one of the things that Big Sky Commissioner Tom Wistrcell and I touched on at the start of this show is the historic year that we had in terms of viewership.
Yeah.
A big piece of that is our partnership with Scripps. What were you most pleased by in our first year of partnership together last year?
Well, I think it was the first year, so we had to make sure that we worked out all the bugs. But really, the idea to move from being on a cable network to being to over-the-air broadcast, and I think that was so critical to be able to let all the fans see free over-the-air. Didn't matter if you had cable, satellite, but also just plug in a TV, get an antenna, and there they were. And so our ability to just showcase these amazing athletes to so many more people was terrific. The pinnacle last year was that Montana State Cat Grizz game. In the 5 markets in Montana, they averaged about a 35 household rating. That's like a Super Bowl. And so it was the biggest game of any game in the state last year. And so that wouldn't have been possible, if it was just on cable. So this is a big step forward, ability to reach a lot more households. And clearly people are engaged and want to see more and more of this.
Something that I've really appreciated seeing, so this is your second year back coming to, you've got a lot on your plate and you always make a point to come to this event. You also have all of your talent, play-by-play people, analysts, interacting with the coaches, interacting with the fan bases here. Why has that been so important to have your whole group here?
Yeah, look, we're all in on the Big Sky. I mean, this is a really important conference. It's a growing conference. We think it's some of the best football in America. For our company to be able to showcase this, through all of the states that, these teams represent, we think is really exciting. And more than ever, live sports is the biggest driver of all television viewing, and 97 of the top 100 shows on television last year were live sports. People, in local markets that care about local news and they care deeply about local sports, and so our ability to tell these stories, to help create this big event so that more athletes in high school would be interested in coming to the Big Sky because they realize they're going to be treated like a Power 5 player and get that kind of showcasing. We think it's really important, and we love telling their stories.
As we move into our second year of partnership with Scripps Sports, with the Big Sky Conference, what do you hope to see accomplished by the end of this second season?
Yeah, I think, we worked out all the bugs and figured out how to do football, how to do basketball, but now we're making some changes in the company. We'll have an announcement or two in the next few weeks that will give us the ability to produce more football games, more basketball games. We're looking to expand our relationship with the Big Sky. We'd like to get into some other sports, and we will have a platform that more households will be able to see more of these games. Again, free over the air. So anybody who's wants to be a fan of Big Sky, they're going to be able to see more sports, and we're looking to double and even triple the number of hours of live sports in the Big Sky.
Love it. Are we going to see you at any games this year? I know you go to quite a few.
Heck yeah. You can always count on me the weekend before Thanksgiving. I'll be in Missoula, but I'm definitely going to try and get to a game or two. So,
Brian, thank you so much. We really appreciate the time and super appreciate everything that you are doing and just focusing on continuing to grow our partnership. Really appreciate having you here.
Thank you.
Anything else that you can touch on just quickly in terms of Scripps Sports and the growth?
Yeah, it's been a crazy year, as you know. I mean, our very first sports asset was the Big Sky Conference, and we learned a lot from that, and we were looking at the changing landscape of professional sports and sports rights. And so, what's different from a year ago is that we started our own, sort of division, Scripps Sports. We went out into the professional sports rights. We acquired the WNBA. We own the ION broadcast network, so we have a Friday night showcase on ION with the WNBA, and that's been a great relationship. And now we have begun acquiring local sports rights. So we recently acquired the Vegas Golden Knights, Stanley Cup champions, not bad. And again, similar to this, we're able to take those games that used to just be on cable and put them free over the air. A year ago, the Golden Knights were available to 35% of the households in Las Vegas.
Wow.
Now they'll be available to 100% of that. And we're going to bring them into Montana and into Utah and into Nevada. It's going to be terrific.
The future of TV, guys, right here. Thank you, Brian. Really appreciate it. We will be right back with Big Sky Football Media Day.